In reply to Duke Dukin, this marriage between the two families is not only the intention of me, my adoptive father, but also the entire Montgomery Palace. Mark Montgomery smiled and said, according to the tacit rules, the direct descendants of the royal family cannot marry each other. Have you forgotten? Dukin said lightly. Sticking to the old ways is not conducive to development. Mark Montgomery shook his head and smiled. Nowadays, Dragonmarsh is in a turbulent period, with constant internal and external troubles, and I heard that the Emperor is not in good health and has the intention of appointing a crown prince and abdicating in advance. I believe that capital Estonia will be in turmoil soon. By then, no matter whether it is the 4 major royal families, the 8 major wealthy families, or other forces, they will be caught in this vortex. So I hope that before that, the Montgomery Palace and the Qin family can form an alliance through marriage to overcome the difficulties together. Hearing this, Dukin remained calm and said, It is normal for the Emperor to appoint a crown prince. How can there be turmoil? As ministers, we just need to do our part, and we don't have to worry too much about the rest. Duke Dukin, there is something wrong with what you said. Before Mark Montgomery could speak, Wayne Montgomery, who was watching, couldn't listen anymore, and frowned and said, In all dynasties, every time there was a dispute over the crown prince, there would be a bloody storm. You have been an official in the court for so many years, you don't even understand this truth, right? Or are you deliberately pretending to be crazy and stupid? Master Montgomery, since it has come to this, I will speak frankly. Dukin Chun remained unmoved. Our Chun family is weak and does not want to wade into this muddy water, let alone participate in any struggle for the throne. Our Chun family has always been a neutral party and will never favor anyone. This is the attitude of the Chun family. He naturally understood the intention of the Montgomery Palace. First, they formed an alliance through marriage to bring together all the major forces. Then they supported a certain prince to take the throne. In this way, after the new emperor ascended the throne, the status of the Montgomery Palace would be further improved. To put it bluntly, it was all power at work. Duke Dukin, don't blame me for speaking frankly. If the Qin family is just a third-rate force, no one would care. Mark Montgomery's expression became serious. But the problem is that the Qin family is one of the 4 royal families, and you are a duke, with a high position and power. Under such a premise, it is really difficult for the Qin family to protect itself and not be involved in the storm. Now, there are only 2 ways for the Qin family. First, stand in line in advance and support the new emperor to ascend the throne. In this way, even if you are a minister of the Dragonmarsh, the Qin family will prosper in the next 100 years. Second, try to stay out of it, which will not please many parties, and finally end up losing both the wealth and the army. You are a smart person, you should know that what I said is true. No new emperor can tolerate a minister who is in a high position and power, and is not under control. Hearing this, Dukin Chin suddenly fell silent. He has to admit that what Mark Montgomery said makes sense. If he was just a lone minister, it would be okay. But he has the entire Qin family behind him. With the power and influence of the Qin family, it is a hot commodity that all the princes are fighting for. It is difficult to stay out of it. If he doesn't stand on the side, he will probably be used as cannon fodder. When the new emperor ascends the throne, the Qin family will soon be replaced by a new force. Once the Qin family is weak, enemies from all sides will flock to it. It doesn't even need the emperor to take action. Those ambitious people will swallow up the Qin family until even the bones are left. But on the other hand, if he chooses to take sides, if lucky a good side, he can ensure that the Qin family will prosper for 100 years. If he fails, his family will be destroyed overnight. So now, he doesn't know what to choose. The stakes are high, and if he make one wrong move, everything will be lost. I have to think carefully about this matter. I can't give an answer to Lord Eugene Montgomery for the time being. Dukinchin spoke again. The stakes were so high that if he made the wrong move, he would lose everything, so he had to be cautious. I can understand, after all, this is not a trivial matter, but I hope Duke Dukin can make a decision as soon as possible. Mark Montgomery smiled slightly. Duke Dukin, your family is not the only one who wants to marry into our Lord Eugene Montgomery's mansion. Don't even think about waiting for a price. Time waits for no one. There are not many opportunities left for you, the Qin family, to choose. Wayne Montgomery said calmly. Duke Dukin, please think about it carefully and we won't disturb you. Let's take our leave. Mark Montgomery stood up and saluted, then slowly left with a few people. As soon as the people from Montgomery Palace left, the three brothers of the Chin family couldn't bear it anymore. Dad, this Lord Eugene Montgomery is so arrogant. He actually dares to threaten us. It's so bullying. Xavier Chin had a gloomy face and looked very unhappy. With a military background, he has a relatively hot temper. If he hadn't had any scruples, he would have had a fit just now. Although Lord Eugene Montgomery's style of conduct is not very particular, what they just said is not unreasonable. The battle between the Crown Prince has always been a national event. With the current status of the Chin family, it is too difficult to be alone. Gavin Chin shook his head. Although he is a businessman, he also understands the affairs of the court. It is impossible not to go through the muddy waters now. Dad, what do you think? The eldest brother Kane Chin asked tentatively. It is a headache. Dukin Chin rubbed his temples and sighed softly. It was a matter of life and death for the Chin family. No matter how courageous he was, he would not dare to make a decision easily. Dad, since it is unavoidable, then we might as well choose the prince who has the best chance of ascending the throne to support him, Gavin Chin suggested. Among the many princes, the eldest prince, the second prince, and the third prince are the most promising to ascend to the throne. Kane Chin began to analyze carefully. Normally, the eldest Prince Li Wenxing should be chosen. He is both the direct descendant and the eldest son. It is logical for him to become the crown prince. It's a pity that the eldest prince is weak and sick and has a short lifespan, so he is not the most suitable candidate. As for the second prince, Li Guanglong, he has been honed in the military since he was a child. He has extremely high martial arts and is highly respected by the soldiers. He is brave enough but has no ability to govern the country. The third prince, Li Juntang, is both civil and military, excellent in all aspects, but his biggest shortcoming is that he is stubborn and very jealous. He is not a tolerant person. Being an emperor is still a bit uninteresting. After hearing the analysis, Xavier Chin only felt a little headache. Brother, let's talk about it. Who is better to support? Who am I supposed to ask if you're asking me? Kane Chin said angrily. If a particularly suitable candidate existed, the civil and military officials of Dragon Marsh wouldn't find themselves in such an awkward position. In the final analysis, the battle for the right to inherit the throne is still unavoidable. As for who will win in the end, no one can predict.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace, but now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never